Well then, thought I'd join you after that activity. I've done mine. You can see my sheet here. By now you've watched the video on Bab Manager and you've used the sheet to record your thoughts about what you saw going on in there. Wasn't really very good, was it? Well, what did I get on mine? Let's see, let's compare. Under the introduction, I've said she seemed unsure when she arrived about what they were there for. She was curious. No idea by the sounds of it, and he seemed to take pleasure in that, with periods of silence, sort of trying to intrigue her and trying to get her. And she was nervous, there's no doubt about it. She basically said, "Oh, I thought it was a pay rise," trying to be funny, and body language wasn't good and his expression wasn't good, and it didn't set a good tone overall, I felt. He did discuss, for the stating what it was there for, he did discuss her absence, and he did give some specifics. He said at one point, yes, 4 in the last 6 months, these periods of absence, but he didn't really explain the impact of the problem. He didn't go into any detail about or give any justification as to what it was causing a problem. On the discussion, did he really allow her to speak? Oh, I don't think so. And when she did, he didn't really listen. He didn't give a chance to explain. He said it didn't matter at one point. I thought it was really terrible. And he said, and there was not good language used there. He didn't really use any questioning. It was all about statements about what I want. And then in conclusion, they didn't really set out any agreement, did they? No. There was no discussion or getting her thoughts or options that could be discussed about a way forward. He said he was just, I don't like that when I say, I'm just trying to do my job, as if it's an excuse. There was no support offered and there was no further meetings agreed, no real progress, no actions. In fact, it looks like it might lead to a complaint or something. Not handled very well for what is a difficult conversation. So, good notes there, make sure you upload them, and then watch the good example. There's an example of how he could have handled it, and then I'll see you afterwards when we move on to the next section. Oh, also there's a handout from ACAS about a guide to handling difficult conversations and a checklist in the resources which could be really useful.